Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, the home of show bet football analysis and predictions. Today, being the 19th day of May, a very big Sunday, a very big day for as long as football is concerned across the globe. We know that the English League for 2023-2024 is coming to a summit today, and we're going to see a lot of matches going on across the globe. And we made our selections and also made our in-depth analysis on these selections and brought it forward for you. And we have, some of the games from Premier League and some other leagues across the globe, brought forward for you on our predictions in Betcraft today. All right. Yesterday we had, not so wonderful day though, and we expect to have a very, very good, outing today, seeing that these games are carefully looked into. All right. For those of us that are coming across our video for the very first time and you're yet to subscribe to Betcraft, kindly click the subscription button down there so that you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right. That being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first game, and it happened to be, in English Premier League, where we have Arsenal FC who will be up against Everton. Okay, and we all know for Arsenal that this very tie is quite important, and they're expected to win outright in this very game. For if they are to pick the English Premier League title this season, and they will be hoping also that Man City will not be making the maximum result from the match against West Ham. So in this very encounter, we look at how both sides fared from the recent encounters, and you see that Arsenal on the home side in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 5 victories, as well as 1 loss. And the away side, Everton have been able to also achieve 4 victories and 2 losses in the past 6 games of here so far. And taking down to how they fared from home and away perspective, could as well say that the home side Arsenal have been able to win 8 matches out of the past 10 home games they've had so far, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss, and that loss came against Aston Villa. Those 2 games actually, that loss actually made a dent in their title pursuit this season. But hopefully they'll be hoping that Man City will be losing points against West Ham today. But at their away side, Everton in the past 10 past 10 away games actually have been able to manage 3 draws as well as 7 losses in the past 10 away games they had so far. They've not been able to win any match playing from away, and putting all that together, we know that Arsenal, with their title hopes, is expected to rise to the occasion in this very game to win outrightly in this very encounter. It is on win. That's our verdict for this very encounter. And the next game, also in English Premier League, where we'll have Sheffield United, who has been relegated already. They are currently 20th in the Premier League, and they'll be coming up. They'll be hosting their Tottenham Hotspur, who will be looking to achieve cement Europa League position, actually, because if they slip a little bit, Chelsea is also there to take up the position, and they will fall down to Europa Conference League. So they wouldn't like to be doing that. So I know that in this very encounter, they'll be putting their all to actually maintain that Europa League that they've got at the moment. So when you look at this situation, how both sides fare from recent encounters, because we'll see that the home side, Sheffield United have been able to achieve, they've lost all the 6 matches they've played so far in the past 6 games, and Tottenham Hotspur have lost 5 and had just 1 win. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the away side, Sheffield United, have actually lost out on 9 occasions out of 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw, which came against West Ham United. And the away side, on the other hand, Tottenham Hotspur have been able to achieve 2 wins as well as 6 losses playing from away. They've also had 2 draws from the away games they've had so far. And we all know that Tottenham needs this game. They need to win this game to be able to be sure of that Europa League position. And also we'll take a look at how they fared from home and away. We could see that the last time both teams met, we saw Tottenham defeating the side by 2-1. And we also know that in the last 10 head-to-head, Tottenham have always been very dominant of this very tie. So we expect to see the away side Tottenham rising to the occasion to win outrightly in this very game. It is away side to win. That's our body for that very encounter. And that takes us to the very next game for the day. and that next game happened to be in Argentina League, where Tas Coba will be up against Atletico Tucumán. And Tas Coba in the past 6 have been able to achieve 4 victories as well as 2 draws. And the away side have also had 3 victories, 2 draws, and as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, we can as well say that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to win 8 times. They've also had 2 draws in the past 10 home games. It goes to show that they have won 80% of their home matches and they've had just 2 draws, and they're doing very well at the moment playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have had 3 wins playing from away, as well as 2 draws and also 5 losses playing from away. And as a matter of fact, the last away match for the away side saw them being defeated by Huracan by 4-0. So in this very encounter, we also take a look at how both sides fared in their last head-to-head meetings. We saw Tas Coba defeating this side by 4-1. So it is the home side who is flying high at the moment, and we expect to see a win for the home side in this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next game for the day. And the next game that we have for you today is in Peru, second division. Peru, Segunda division, where we have Deportivo La Cubamba coming up against Molinos Pirata. Okay, the home side, Deportivo La Cubamba, have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And their away side, El Pirata, have managed just 2 wins in the past 6. They've also lost 4 games in the past 6 recent encounters. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from one away perspective, we could also always see that the home side in the past 10 home games have actually achieved 6 wins as well as 3 draws and also 1 loss in the past 10 home games they've had so far. They've won 60% of their home games, and they've also actually drawn 30% of it, and just with 1 loss. So, and the away side, on the other hand, have managed, El Pirata have only managed 1 win playing from away, as well as 1 draw also, but they have lost 8 games in the last 10 away games. They have lost 80% of the last 10 away games, and it goes to show that they're not doing very well playing from away. And we expect the home side in this very occasion to actually rise to the occasion, seeing that the last time both teams met was in September last year, and it was Lucabamba playing from away, defeating El Pirata by 3-0. So we expect to see the home side, repeating this fate, winning outrightly in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our party for that very game. And that takes us to the next game for the day. And the next game happened to be in Brazil, Serie B, in second division in Brazil, where we have Mirassol, who will be up against Itano. And the home side in the Mirassol, in the past 6 home games they've had so far, they've been able to achieve 2 victories out of 6. They've also had 4 losses. And the away side, out of 6 games they've played in recent occasions, they've been able to manage just 1 win, and they've also had 5 losses in those games. And bringing it down to how both sides fared from one away perspective, we also will see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 6 wins playing from home. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss playing from home. Okay, they have been able to achieve 60% victory playing from home, as well as 30% draw and also 1 loss, being the other 10%. And the away side, on the other hand, have lost 8 matches out of 10. They've been able to manage just 2 draws out of the past 10 away games they've had so far. And it's clear that they're not doing very well playing from away. And the home side is actually highly expected to rise to the occasion in this very game. It is Mirassol that's expected to rise to the occasion and win this game outrightly. It is home win. That's our value for that very encounter. And that will take us to the next game. And the next game is in Dutch League, Holland Eredivisie. We'll have PSV who will be up against Waalwijk, and PSV in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 5 victories as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had. And their away side, Waalwijk, on the other hand, have managed just 1 win, 1 draw as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And bringing it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, whereas we'll see that the home side, PSV have been able to achieve 8 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws alongside. It goes to show that they've been able to win 80% of their home matches, and they're doing so well at the moment. They've actually won the league in Eredivisie, and they'll be looking to end the league in a very respectable note seeing that they're playing from home, they'll be likely to, try to win this game in front of their fans and end the league on a high note. And away side, on the other hand, have been able to manage just one win in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 7 losses playing from away. They're not a very good side, especially when they're playing from away. All right, and the last time both teams met, we saw PSV also defeating the side by 4 goals to nil from away, and so we expect PSV to actually repeat the same feat, defeating the side convincingly from home. It is home win. That's our party for that very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is in Taiwan. Okay, where we have all right, Mechuan University who will be up against the AC Taipei. Okay, in the home side, we see that in the recent games they've been able to manage just 1 draw as well as 5 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And the away side have been able to win 3 out of the past 6. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away, you can see that the home side in the past 10 home games have managed just 1 win. They've also had 3 draws in the past 10 home games they've had, and they've had whooping 6 losses playing from home. And it goes to show that they're doing poorly even when they're playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, AC Taipei have been able to achieve 5 victories playing from away. They've also had 2 losses. They've also had 2 losses, and also 3 draws playing from away. It goes to show that they are far better than the home side, seeing that they've been able to achieve 50% victory even when they are playing from away. And when you put all that together, we know that the away side, Taipei is actually a better side comparing both teams. And also the last time both teams met, which was in October last year, saw Taipei defeating this side by 4 goals to nil, in the last head-to-head meetings. So we expect to see Taipei we expect to see them repeating this very feat, defeating the home side. So the away side is expected to rise to the occasion and win outrightly in this very game. It is a win. That's our plan for that very game. And the next game that we have for you is in Sweden's second division, Sweden Superettan, and it is we have Landskrona, the home team, who will be up against Orebro, and the home side have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had 2 draws, as well as they've not lost any match in the past 6 games I've had so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Orebro have been able to achieve 3 wins and 3 losses in the past 6 games I've had. And when you bring it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 7 victories. They've also had 2 losses and 1 draw. They have won 70% of their home games in the past 10 home games I've had so far. It goes to show that they're flying at the moment. They're doing very well from the home turf. And the away side have been Orebro have just managed 2 wins from away, and they have lost 8 games from away. All right, they have been able to win only 20% of their away games, and they have lost 80% of it. So it goes to show that a huge chunk of their away games, they have lost it, and it shows that they're not doing very well from away. So when you bring all that together, even though we know that Orebro in the last head-to-head meeting, we saw them defeating Landskrona, the home side by 4 goals to nil, but we still expect the home side, who is doing better at the moment, to rise to the occasion in this very one, defeating the away side. We expect the home side to actually win outrightly in this very game. It is home win. That's our party for that very encounter, and that brings us to the next game of the day. And the next game of the day is in Russia. We'll have Spartak Moscow, who will be up against Rubin Kazan. And Spartak Moscow in the past 6 have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 3 losses. And the away side, on the other hand, Rubin Kazan have had 2 wins and as well as 3 losses and 1 draw in the past 6 games I've had so far. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away, we could see that the home side, Spartak Moscow, have been able to achieve 6 victories playing from home, and they also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses playing from home. It goes to show that they are doing very well at the moment, seeing that they've been able to achieve 60% victory in the last 10 home games. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to manage 3 wins from away. They've also had 1 draw as well as 6 losses from away. Okay, when you put all that together, it is the home side who is expected to rise to the occasion, seeing that the last time both teams met saw Spartak Moscow defeating this side by 4 goals to nil from away. Okay, it goes to show they are doing very well, and they're expected to repeat the fate and win this side outrightly. It is home win. That's our verdict for that very game. And the very last game for the day is actually in Dutch League, the Divisie, where we have Feyenoord who will be up against Excelsior. Okay, Feyenoord have won the entire 6 games they've played so far, and Excelsior, on the other hand, have won 2 out of 6, and they've also had 3 draws. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you bring it down to how they fared from home and away, we can see that the home side have been able to achieve 9 victories playing from home. They've also had 1 draw, which was a Europa League match against Roma, where they played out a 1-1 draw. So it goes to show that this is a very strong side in the Dutch division. Feyenoord, they've been doing very well. And the last home game they played against Zwolle, we saw them defeating that side by 5 goals to 0. And the away side, on the other hand, have not been able to win any away match in the past 10 away games. They've actually managed 2 draws and 8 losses in the past 10 away games. So in this very encounter, it is very clear who the favorites are to win. And also we look at how they fared from head-to-head perspective, seeing that Feyenoord have won this side on 8 occasions out of 10, and the last time they met saw Feyenoord also defeating this side by 4 goals to 2 from away. So we expect to see a very convincing victory for the home side, seeing that they'll be like, and they want to end the season on a very high note. Even though the league title has been won by PSV, but Feyenoord is expected to rise to the occasion and win outrightly and have a respectable, ending to the season. It is home win. That's our body for that very encounter, and that brings our predictions on Betkraft today to a conclusion. Not forgetting that today we'll have our Sunday Millionaires game, and also the booking code for the Sunday Millionaires game will be up in a moment. And also, I advise that you try that game once in a week and see how it goes. You never know, you can win $1 million playing our games. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another big day, and I hope to see you again. Remember to also play responsibly. Remember to play with what you can afford to lose. It's only a football game; it can go either way. And also, I wish you the very best of luck. But until tomorrow, keep winning.